Minecraft Java Edition on the Steam Deck runs at over 200 frames per second, and today I'm going to show you how I got this working. For starters, the Steam Deck is Valve's all-new portable gaming console and computer with an astonishing $400 USD entry price tag. If you're aware of what the Nintendo Switch is, think that, but for PC gaming, with all of the customization options that you could ever imagine that a PC could have. Getting Minecraft Java Edition up and running on the Steam Deck was not the easiest process to figure out, but if you're willing to do just a little bit of tinkering and configuration, playing Minecraft Java Edition on the Steam Deck is a truly game-changing experience. If you own a Steam Deck, you'll definitely want to check this out. Once it's all set up, it mostly just works. Thirsty for the details? Well, let's go ahead and let's get right into it. As part of a care package for participating in the Red Creator Cup back in August, I was given a Ridge wallet. So when they approached me to sponsor this video, I was excited because these things are tough. I am Ridge Wallet and I am tough. Ow. The Ridge wallet and key case come in over 30 different colors. If you're on the fence about replacing this thing, you can try it out for 99 days and get a full refund if you're not totally in love with it. What am I doing? Get the best offer by heading on over to ridge.com/antvenom, where right now you can get up to 40% off through December 22nd. Again, that's ridge.com/antvenom. So first I'm going to show you how to get Minecraft Java up and running on the Steam Deck, but later on in the video I will be getting into what this experience is like once you have it all up and running. If you're new to the Steam Deck, the first thing that you need to know is the difference between gaming mode and desktop mode. These are the Steam Deck's two primary modes of operation. When you turn the Steam Deck on, you'll be in gaming mode. If all you ever want to do with your Steam Deck is play your Steam games and you just want an easy-to-use, no-hassle experience, not all that dissimilar to what you'll get with the Nintendo Switch, but for PC gaming, then gaming mode is definitely the way to go for you. By the time we're all done, you will be able to launch and play Minecraft from this mode exclusively. But in order to get Minecraft Java up and running, we will have to head over to desktop mode. This mode of the Steam Deck uses a variation of Linux for its operating system called SteamOS. Built into SteamOS is a program called Discover, which allows for you to just search for applications and install them. Yeah, it's really that easy. To get Minecraft Java up and running, we'll need to grab a launcher to configure whatever version we'll be playing on, and that launcher needs to allow for us to easily install mods, which I'll get into later. While the official Minecraft launcher can be downloaded and used here, it doesn't exactly make installing mods very easy. So instead, I'll be opting for a third-party option called Prism. Prism is a launcher that's based off Multi-MC, and this one actually allows for you to download and install mods directly from within the launcher itself, no needing to go to an external website. Actually, once you have the launcher installed, you're already done with half of the battle, since this launcher comes with Java pre-installed as a dependency as well. Neat. If you want to use Discord on your Steam Deck while playing Minecraft as well, which is a little bit tricky but it does work, feel free to download and install that from the Discover app too. You could even download Minecraft Bedrock Edition from here, and chances are the controller would just work right out of the box, or so I'm guessing. To complete the other half of the battle in regards to Java, however, let's set up this launcher so that it'll show up in the aforementioned gaming mode, assuming that you want it to. To do so, just open up the main Steam window and add the Prism launcher as a non-Steam game to your library, and then just rename the listing for Prism launcher to something like Minecraft Java Edition, and then you're done. So now, let's head back over to gaming mode, where the real fun can begin. Okay, we're not done with the setup just yet, but honestly, this is where the real fun begins for me. Once we fire up Minecraft within gaming mode, run through the initial setup, and create an instance for the latest or really any version of Minecraft, alongside installing the Fabric mod loader, editing the instance reveals that this launcher allows for you to download and install mods directly from within the launcher itself. I would recommend that you check out this video that I made a little while ago about a wide range of quality of life mods if you're interested. For the purposes of this video, I'll grab the Sodium mod for better performance, Iris for shader compatibility, and lastly, Midnight Controls, which will make setting up the Steam Deck's controller an absolute breeze in Java Edition. Midnight Controls will also give us some functionality that the built-in controller configuration will not allow for us to get, such as analog movement and the ability to bind multiple in-game actions to a single button, and more. So, at last, now we can finally play the game! Now that we have Minecraft up and running on the deck, how good or bad does it feel to actually play? Well, this is pretty complicated to answer, so let's take it one step at a time, but quickly. You've probably noticed that throughout the course of this video, I've had to tap on the screen or move the mouse quite a lot versus what you might be used to on other devices aside from a computer. Once you have the game running, you won't need to do this nearly as much, but there are a few things you should keep in mind. First of all is that this information might be outdated by the time you see this video, so there's that. Midnight Controls handles menu navigation kind of weirdly, and scrolling through a menu with multiple items on a single row will cause the cursor to have to cycle through every item on that row before moving down to the next one. Pretty much all forms of text input will require that you use the on-screen keyboard, which you have to manually trigger using the Steam button and X. This includes any time that you want to type on a multiplayer server, unless you're willing to connect a Bluetooth keyboard for chat, which is an option. If you're unfamiliar with the Steam Deck, hold down the Steam button to get a list of all available shortcuts in case you forget any of them. Midnight Controls allows for you to customize basically all of the buttons to your liking, but you may want to consider also using Steam's built-in controller configuration tool for other tasks as well. Midnight Controls cannot assign actions to the 4 buttons on the back of the Steam Deck, which I think are useful for more niche things like toggling the F3 menu, shaders, or for triggering gyro controls. I'm not going to go too deeply into it in this video, but gyro controls add a level of precision to your ability to move the camera in a way that dual thumbsticks just cannot capture. I have gyro activation set to require me to hold down the R4 button whenever I want to use it. If you're using the Forge mod loader, I have heard good things about the controllable mod, which is an option for all of you Forge mod loader users out there. Let's move on to frame rate and battery testing. Starting off, without using shaders at all, I get well over 200 frames per second while standing still, and between 30 and 60 FPS with shaders on. These numbers will obviously fluctuate a lot while moving around, but as you've seen throughout this video, it's really quite extraordinary for a $400 device to perform this well. The battery life with Minecraft on the deck is honestly quite impressive too, but I want you to keep in mind that the Steam Deck's screen only refreshes at 60 Hz, meaning you cannot see anything over 60 frames per second on the deck. I know that it's common to want to get as high of a frame rate as possible at all times, no matter how much power it may be using, but when dealing with a device that has a battery, I think it's important to know that using an uncapped frame rate will dramatically lower how long the battery will last. With the in-game frame rate capped at 60 frames per second, and again while standing still, the Steam Deck was slated to last for around 5 hours with the limited testing that I did, and this number drops to about 100 minutes with shaders on, losing 1% of battery every minute or so. To get a more accurate assessment of how long you could probably expect the battery to last though, I went on to the Hypixel server and parkoured for half an hour on one of the housing parkour maps, and I only lost 11% on the battery over the course of 30 minutes with shaders off. You can also use Steam's built-in performance setting to lower the total amount of power that the deck can use, which will give you even more battery life. Playing Minecraft Java Edition on the Steam Deck is an imperfectly perfect experience. If you're willing to mess around a little bit to fine-tune the experience to your liking, then you might have a blast picking up Minecraft again within this form factor. If mods that improve this experience even further show up into the future, I'll try to remember to include that information in the description down below. Since you've watched the video for this long, I do have one more item that I want to mention. There are a few things I've shown in this video that you cannot do from within Steam's gaming mode. If you want to use any resource packs or download and import custom maps into Java Edition, you'll need to download these manually from within desktop mode. I'd recommend creating a shortcut on the desktop to this file location, which is where the Prism launcher installs to. If you want to change Minecraft's Steam icon and artwork so that it looks more prim and proper within gaming mode, check out steamgriddb.com for all the artwork that you'll ever need, and then right-click on the game within these locations within Steam to apply them. I wish that it was a little bit more intuitive than that. But anyways guys, that just about does it for me for now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.